Welcome to the 2025 Economic Preparation Channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this July 10th, 2025 edition. We're going to be talking about the stock market as well as inflation, as well as the national debt and how it's going to be increasing in the next year or two, regardless of what happens with this economy. Please be sure to hit this like button, subscribe, please, for the latest financial interpretation of news here as it becomes available. Thank you for your support, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you've had a great middle Thursday today in the United States and beyond. So looking at this, stock markets, the futures are flat after the S&P 500 did rally to new closing records here. People are still concerned, investors are still concerned about inflation as well as price going up, as well as stagnation of wages for those who are working in this economy, and the 50% U.S. tariff on imported copper that President Donald Trump announced Wednesday night, as well as the 50% tariff on Brazil. So all of this is making the stocks jittery, is making consumers pull back on spending here. There's a severe shortage of local news across the U.S. here. Many people get their news from various sources here, and many news companies are, scaling back completely online type of services, are going AI, and automation is going to affect every single outlet. Automation is going to affect every single part of this economy, from manufacturing to white collar to blue collar jobs. Eventually it's going to affect every part. And so inflation from tariffs should hit this year. Consumer brands, the company says, OXO, Revlon, Vicks, Hydro Flask, parent stock tumbles to 14-year low as it takes a big bite out of sales here. So you can see here the companies that import a lot of stuff from overseas are going to be feeling the effects of this. Consumer companies, they're going to pass them back over to Americans all over across the board here related to tariffs here. Home and outdoor sales declined 10.3% to 178 million. Softer demand for home products and insulated beverages continued as well. And so all of this is going to mean bad news as well. But one thing is for certain, the national debt is over $37 trillion. It has increased $1 trillion so far since the beginning of 2025. As you can see here, it's continuing to increase here. And so have we really saved any money this year with the cutbacks, with the supposedly cutbacks with the federal government and the state government, supposedly cutbacks, and with the other things? We haven't really saved a lot of money, so we have to wait and see how things go. But the good, the bad, and the ugly in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, like I said, it's good things in it, but it's also bad things in it. The good news is that according to this report, this is by taxfoundation.org, is that they're saying that it promotes the principles of neutrality and stability here. So the GDP is looking to go up, be a good boost for the gross domestic product, and it also makes the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act less restrictive on interest deductions for small businesses, and it brings stability to the bones of the individual income tax. But the bad news is that we're spending $350 billion over the next 4 years, and so Americans, we all can't stop spending money. Whether it's, and it's just not political, we're not getting political, but even on the Democrats, same thing. President Joe Biden, Obama, every president's had a big bill that's added to the national debt, whether it was through a Jobs Act, an Infrastructure Act, or through a tax act. It's all adding to the national debt. So nobody's making the cuts needed, even though they were claiming to make all these cuts and to be more efficient. We cannot stop spending. Americans can't stop spending. Europeans, ECB, European Bank can't stop spending. Asian Bank, Australian Bank, Chinese Bank, South Central Bank, everybody has a spending issue and a debt issue. And this is what's going to continue to drive up this debt here and this economy. It can't sustain itself. It's unsustainable. And that's why many people believe that it's getting ready for the new system, the new economy to come, which is going to be a technocratic, autocratic AI society based on digital money that can be controlled by the click of a button. Everything and all of this paper money is just going to go away because everything right now has just gotten well out of hand. And the population of America is over 360 million people, flatline, those counted and those not counted in the census. So we're looking at 360 million people, and you can see how that's going to make a big impact on this economy. So look for this summer. Look for oil to continue to increase in price as we go towards August. Look also for the tariffs to increase, and this is going to put pressure on this U.S. economy. And we'll see what happens in the future. Stay tuned for the jobs report on this coming Thursday today, and we'll go over the jobs report probably on this coming weekend. And what does that mean to see if manufacturing is increased or decreased? Take care. God bless.